a structural unity in Edward II. As I did my MA in English literature from Patna University in 1982, I feel it necessary to give it on the YouTube so that students may be benefited from my notes. So, Edward II is one of Christopher Marlowe's best plays, along with Tamburlaine and Dr. Faustus. Edward II was in one paper in English honors, which I had. So, since critics considered Edward II as Marlowe's best play, while others believe that it is inferior to Tamburlaine and Dr. Faustus, but it is true that Edward II surpasses all the history plays. We are immensely impressed by its tragic unity, its force and clarity, and the beauty of its style. It is for the first time in Edward II that the historical narrative has been transformed into a regular drama. So far as the structure is concerned, it is undoubtedly Marlowe's best play. It is, in fact, the first well constructed history play. In English literature, the history plays written before it are episodic in as much as they simply present more or less disconnected and disjointed scenes. There is no gradual growth of events, but in Edward II, Marlowe makes a cautious selection of his scenes, choosing the most important events and eliminating those which are not absolutely essential to his purpose. From the shapeless mass of material available in Holinshed's account, Marlowe makes a judicious selection and he gives a well ordered design. He even alters historical relations to make the story fit the preconceived overall design. In a structural craftsmanship, Edward II surpasses even the earlier plays of Marlowe. No doubt, Tamburlaine and Dr. Faustus are considered superior to Edward II, but structurally, Edward II marks Marlowe's best technical achievement. The first requirement of a good play, according to Aristotle, is the dramatic unity which we find in Edward II alone. In Tamburlaine and Dr. Faustus, there is simply a sequence of scenes, not a well knit plot. The unity of plot in this place has been achieved by the presence of the hero in every scene. But there is lack of natural coherence. It is in Edward II that we come across a really well constructed plot. There is an organic growth of events in the play, and the plot gradually reveals both character and dramatic conflict. The plot has a regular exposition, climax, and catastrophe, and a succession of important events develop between the crisis and the final catastrophe. Each event in a natural consequence of the king and his adversaries are too diminutive before him to produce real dramatic conflict. In Dr. Faustus, there is a little conflict in Faustus' mind in the beginning of the play, which we do not find further, and again there is mental conflict towards the end of the play. But the conflict is not sustained throughout the play. In Edward II, we have for the first time a real dramatic conflict between the king and his favorites on the one hand and the rival lords on the other. The conflict produces varying vicissitudes, ups and downs. What is most striking is the fact that the dramatic conflict is totally in keeping with the coherence of the plot. Thus, Edward II is Marlowe's greatest structural victory.